I failed being an artist. At least that's what I thought at the end of 2024. Well, first of all, I have to preface that it's been so long since I recorded anything or even spoke up on the internet that now I don't even know how to follow it up. I even wrote a script, the one I'm reading right now, and you can believe me when I say this is not the first draft. Well, I'm Kaya and making art on the internet used to be my job. Not for long, a little bit longer than a year I think, but still it was my one and only true job I ever had. It never even brought me enough money to survive, but it made me happy since it's the job of my dreams. The job of my dreams, but I still quit, huh? Well, let me tell you a story about how 2024 was the worst, but actually also the best thing that happened to me and my art. So, failed being an artist, huh? What does that even mean? Well, you can't really fail being an artist because it's more who you are than what you do. But I surely did fail since I stopped making art, the only thing an artist is supposed to do. And if that wasn't bad enough, I actually stopped enjoying making art as well. Everything started a couple of years ago when Instagram cut my reach somewhere around 95%. To this day, only a couple of percent of my audience see my art, which of course irritates me to no end. Since then I tried everything to make it better, but it never did, and that's how my strength for all of this, art included, slowly depleted. Since middle school, I've been connecting my future with art, so when it was suddenly stripped away like this, I felt miserable. My whole life I knew art was the only thing I was any good at, so it posed quite a big problem. It got only worse when I tried to get any other job and got rejected everywhere. In the meantime, I got diagnosed with autism, and that definitely helped me not to think I'm a broken person that's not good at anything, but also made me realize that following the path of other people won't work for me. But then what was I supposed to do? All of this started somewhere in 2022, so I've been at it for quite some time, and I truly think I went through 7 stages of grief since then. Shock and denial came very quickly, since at the beginning I thought that it will only be temporary. Then came anger when I finally realized that it's indeed not. At that time I was constantly blaming the stupid algorithm destroying my life. That was probably the longest era, since we are only on the third one and the bargaining started at the beginning of 2024, so yikes, that's quite a lot of anger. I tried making an alternate account to see if that would help, and for some time it did, but in my desperation I decided to do a lot of mindless content, which eventually led me to guilt, and then depression. That's when I completely stopped going on the internet, since it only brought me too much anxiety and more depression. So yeah, 2024 did not look really great, but after all of this, the era of acceptance should come, right? Fortunately, yes. Turns out my autistic self needed a lot of time to cook, to live and experience life in many ways, mostly not even related to art at all. A big help was the media I consumed. For example, Blue Lock taught me that losing is only a part of winning, and Look Back taught me how finicky being an artist is. Another big help was also the time I took off and realizing just how much I'm in my own head. Every day I'm haunted by thoughts like everybody hates you, nobody wants to talk to you, your art is bad and you should just stop doing it. And when I go on the internet it only gets worse, so I just stopped doing it. But of course, running away like this was not an option, since what would I do with my art if not posting on the internet? I knew I had to come back, and that brings us to something that probably helped me most to finally feel ready to move forward, and it's actually time. particularly the experiences and knowledge I accumulated over these couple of years. How was I supposed to succeed if I didn't even put real work into my art? I don't remember the last time I practiced drawing. After I started making some money from art, I didn't even sketch, just put out finished pieces that could bring me revenue. I spent my time worrying about numbers and not coming up with art that felt meaningful to me. Till now, I don't even know what that would look like. And isn't art about creating something that people can connect with? Surely I didn't start drawing as a child, so it can be my job. I started drawing because I saw something in it that nothing else could bring me. So yes, there was a huge problem with my way of thinking, and only realizing that finally moved something in me. I would like to say that after so long, drawing felt like releasing the floodgates, but it was more like a small, dried out river. Art after such a break didn't feel great. I was frustrated that I couldn't do exactly what I could before, but taking it slowly turned out to be a small blessing, because I had time to focus on the emotion I wanted to convey, and not on the form I had in mind. This turned out to be really refreshing, since I didn't remember the last time I felt like this. But unfortunately, to this day, I'm still quite rusty in the skill department. And that's how we arrived at the end of 2024. Actually, I'm recording this in early 2025, so Happy New Year's! It's been around a month since I've come back to drawing, and I still don't do it enough, but we are slowly getting there. I took the pressure off myself and it worked wonders. For example, I work on stuff I want to work on at the moment, taking my time to do everything very thoroughly and only finishing when I'm completely happy with it. I reward myself for even the small things, since even though they are small, I wasn't able to do them just some time ago. I'm gentle to myself, and it's resulting in more motivation and inspiration. And I feel like I can take on 2025. But if not, I will just have to let myself cook some more. I really hope this video didn't come out as preachy in any way, since that was really not what I was intending. I wanted to share my experience with other artists, no matter if big or small, professional or hobbyist, because it can be so tough to be one nowadays. The art community was never just as big as it is now, but that means that it was also never as easy to feel insignificant or alone. As an artist to other artists, don't worry. We are the most versatile group of people with the biggest ability to assimilate. There are many doors open for us, and you just have to decide to go through them. Thank you so much for watching this video and supporting me. It truly means the world. I'm planning on a bunch of other videos this year, and I really hope I'll manage to make them with a faster turnaround than 9 months. Till then, bye bye!